So today is July 31st. It's a Monday. I don't remember when was the last time I did this. Maybe like 3 weeks or maybe a month ago. No, it was expected. Starting off, I think in the beginning of the year it was almost daily, and then it became kind of like once every 2 days, 3 days, a week, and now yeah, it seems about right. Things are slowing down because there's basically a lot of things are kind of like front loaded. Like most of the time, I'm just going to be talking about myself and just stuff that I've been thinking about and stuff. But eventually, you are going to hit a point where it's like, well, you're just repeating yourself at this point. So you just don't bother making another entry anymore. And this is kind of like, it's the middle of the year, and it's about the time where I run out of things to say. And it's not like I'm looking for anything in particular to enrich my life either. I'm still kind of like in the not sure if it's a mindset. I guess it's just my personality that I really don't want to bother like looking for quote unquote new things to experience. It's just like even thinking about it is kind of like mentally exhausting. And also right now, maybe I've been too stingy with myself, but I've been living rather frugally, I guess. Uh where I've been trying my best to just like keep my spendings to a minimum. I've But recently I have been like spending a bit more though. This month was probably the most I have spent ever since I moved out. A lot of those costs I feel like are, I honestly don't really wanted to spend. They're just like extra costs that could have been avoided, but oh well, whatever. Oh, and then there's this other cost. It was like $100. It was because I bought this merchandise. I pre-ordered it and it finally came in and it billed me this month. But it's something I ordered like a few months ago. So I guess I don't know. This one I spent wholeheartedly, but there is this other spending that I wasn't exactly happy with. So what's been going on? Same old, same old. I've mentioned before that right now I'm kind of like down in low. My mind is currently kind of like stuck in a gutter, and I can't. And it's been it's the depressive phase, I guess. I don't know, seasonal depression or something in the summer. I don't know, but it's one of those days, or I guess one of those months. It's gonna take a while for me to pick myself back up. I've also been talking a lot with my coworker in the past month. So got a bit more, I guess, like social interaction there. But oh man, I I mentioned this before, but I can feel that I'm kind of hitting a limit. Oh, dogs are barking outside. But anyways, I feel like I've been hitting a limit with how much social interaction I can really handle on a daily basis. And like I've been able to handle like small talks, but not something like that like almost every day. And I don't know, it's just it's how should I put this? It's like when I was interacting with them, I put my mind kind of like into a specific state, and then that is how I kind of like deal with situations like that. It's like I have to try extra hard. Like I have to make a conscious like effort in terms of dealing with social interactions. Um, and I'm kind of hitting the limit where I just don't know what to do with conversations anymore. I don't really know what to respond, and I just don't want to. It's just getting to the point where it's like it gets awkward. Like I don't know what to say. I'm not exactly interested at all in what they're saying, and I don't know if they get it. Uh, so it's just I don't know. I just feel like it's a bad situation for everyone here. Not exactly the most compatible personalities, I guess I can say. Nor do we have the most compatible like lifestyles or like interests even, really. I still like to keep things solo, keep things to myself and do things myself. And then kind of like okay, I think I've said something like this last time as well, so I'm not gonna repeat myself. But you know what I mean. You know, I like to have more kind of like this internal kind of like thought process than kind of like, and then kind of like spew everything all out all at once, and then having like an ongoing conversation that is like more in a more casual sense. That's just how I deal with conversations and the types of conversations I prefer. But now, that coworker that I always talk to, I have been talking to for the past month, is on vacation. They're out of the country. And I don't know. It's like trying to keep a conversation going, like through text. It was something I used to be able to handle quite well, but after a certain point, I just like lost all interest in human interactions. Almost feels like maybe it's also because of the current mood states I am in, but yeah, I've not been trying to keep up with them or anything. Like their, I guess, techniques or conversation starters that you can use, like, oh, how did your day go, or something like that, or what did you do today, or like specific things that I know is going on in their life. Maybe I can like ask them how that is going, but I just don't want to bother. I don't want to like I want to try my best to keep things authentic, as authentic as possible, and I don't want to really converse with them like pretending that I really care. I honestly don't really care that much. And then in terms of like my own personal hobbies, not really much. It's put on hold. Everything is put on hold. Again, seeing myself putting everything on hold kind of like just feeds into the depressive mood, because I'm not happy with myself and where I am going and what I am doing with my life. But back then when I was trying to basically pull myself out of that kind of like the feeling of like feeling stuck. Like back when I was feeling stuck, I tried all these things. I was like getting back into some of my old hobbies and trying something new with my life. I was kind of like forcing myself to do those things again. The idea of like faking it until it's real. It's just not really working out. It worked out for like maybe a month or so, but that was kind of the limit. I can't bring myself to do anything right now. It's just nothing feels right, and I don't really have any motivation. So yeah, things are just kind of really awkward right now, and it's this feels like there's this existential or like impending doom kind of like feeling looming around always as well, where time continues to move forward, yet I am not actually moving forward with myself, and I really dislike that feeling. But it feels like I just don't know how I'm supposed to push myself to keep moving. You know, again, it feels like I am mentally stuck, and I don't really know what to do. In the beginning of the year, a lot of things were happening, and I was, motivated here and there to do all sorts of things. But it seems like the magic is gone, and now I'm back to the same old, same old. In fact, I think I'm kind of like stepping even lower than the same old right now. Like I feel like I've been playing a lot of video games recently, and not in a healthy way. Like, it feels like I am just constantly looking for things to distract myself from like the lack of things I am doing, and I don't think that's just healthy at all. And I feel like it's just worsening my attention span. It's messing up my dopamine system. I feel like I really need to kind of like get a detox sort of thing going on. Like, I need to let my mind rest. It's not, my brain is just not able to catch up at all at this point. I feel like too many things are going on. When I'm playing games, too many distractions or like colors and sounds that are going on, and even as like going to sleep, having trouble with that. I'm actually on vacation right now as well. It's on a paid vacation, and I don't know what the hell I want to do. I've basically wasted half of my company vacation time already, more than half actually. But yeah, wasn't able to do anything during that time, and kind of only worsened my own situation actually. So I feel like I need some kind of reset for myself. Like, I feel like I've been doing a lot less with like almost everything. I've been doing a lot less cooking. I've been doing a lot less like self-management. I've been doing a lot less like just everything basically. And I should start with something that's like I do more on a daily basis. Instead of like forcing a new habit into my daily schedule, I should try to like maybe alter what I already am doing with my life. For example, like how much like internet content I consume every day. Maybe I should like lessen it. Well, I should lessen it a lot more. I should do some detoxing by just limiting my time on the internet. I feel like I should just like stop going on the internet, like, period, for like a few days, because I really feel like I'm going into an unhealthy kind of like lifestyle, and it's very easy to kind of like get stuck in this kind of lifestyle, because I've been stuck in something like this similar like before, and it was not a good time. It brought me severe depression, and I don't really want to kind of like go down that much again, because it's really hard to kind of like bring yourself back up once you're stuck in the gutter. I used the term like the phrase like stuck in a gutter, but I feel like people use it for a different meaning. But it's kind of like what I feel like. And it's like one of those like street gutters that are like really small hole, and it feels like your half of your body is kind of like stuck between the little hole, and you're trying to pull yourself out, but you can't because the hole's too small, and your intestines are just kind of like squeezed between the small hole, and it's like and you can't bring yourself out. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah. Hopefully the next entry will be something more positive, I guess. But that's it for today.